Chapter 11. Murder in Parkwold. It was a pleasant evening at the mission house. Father Vincent, the rosy-cheeked priest, was there, and they talked about the place where Kumalo lived and worked. And the white man, in his turn, spoke about his own country. But even this pleasure was not to be complete, for one of the white priests came in from the city with the evening newspaper and showed them the large black lines. Murder in Parkwold. Well-known city engineer shot dead. Attackers thought to be natives. "This is a terrible loss for South Africa," said the white priest. "For this Arthur Jarvis was a courageous young man and a great fighter for justice. And it is a terrible loss for the church too. He was one of the finest of all our young helpers, and was the president of the African Boys Club here in Claremont." "Perhaps you might have known him," said Father Vincent to Kumalo. "It says that he was the only child of Mr. James Jarvis of High Place, Carisbrooke." "I know the father," said Kumalo sadly. "I mean, I know him well by sight and name, but we have never spoken. His farm is in the hills above Ndotsheni, and he sometimes rode past our church, but I did not know the son." He was silent. Then he said, "But I remember, there was a small bright boy, and he too sometimes rode on his horse past the church. A small bright boy, I remember, though I do not remember it well." And he was silent again. For who is not silent when someone is dead, who was a small, bright boy? "Shall I read this?" said Father Vincent. "At 1:30 p.m. today, Mr. Jarvis of Plantation Road, Parkwold, was shot dead in his house by someone thought to be a native. Mrs. Jarvis and her 2 children were away, and Mr. Jarvis had stayed at home with a slight cold. It would seem that a native, probably with 2 friends, entered by the kitchen, thinking, no doubt, that there would be no one in the house. The native servant in the kitchen was knocked unconscious, and it would appear that Mr. Jarvis heard the noise and came down to investigate. He was shot dead at close range. 3 native youths were seen waiting in Plantation Road just before the incident occurred. The native servant is lying unconscious in the non-European hospital, and it is hoped that when he becomes conscious, he will be able to give the police important information. His condition is serious, however. The dead man was well known for his interest in the welfare of the non-European sections of the community." A silence falls upon them all. This is no time to talk of the beauty of any country. Sadness and fear and hate, how they rise up in the heart and mind. Cry for the broken tribe, for the law and custom that is gone, and cry for the man who is dead, for the woman and children who have lost him. Cry, the beloved country, these things are not yet at an end. The sun pours down on the earth, on the lovely land that man cannot enjoy. He knows only the fear of his heart. Msimango walked with Kumalo to the gate of the little house of Mrs. Litebi. Kumalo's face was full of suffering. "This thing," he said, "this thing. Here in my heart there is nothing but fear. Fear, fear, fear. I understand, yet it is foolish to fear that one thing in this great city, with its thousands and thousands of people. It is not a question of wisdom and foolishness, it is just fear. Come and pray." "There is no prayer left in me. I am silent here inside. I have no words at all." "Good night, my brother." "Good night." There are times, no doubt, when God seems no more to be about the world. Have no doubt it is fear in the land. For what can men do when so many have grown lawless? Who can enjoy the lovely land? Who can enjoy the 70 years and the sun that pours down on the earth when there is fear in the heart? Who can walk quietly in the shadow of the trees when there is danger? Who can lie peacefully in bed while the darkness holds some secret? There are voices crying, "What must be done?" 100, 1,000 voices. But what do they help if one cries this and one cries that, and another cries something that is neither this nor that? It's terrible that we have so few police. We must demand more protection. I say we shall always have native crime to fear until the native people of this country have worthy purposes and worthy goals to work for. It is only because they see neither purpose nor goal that they turn to drink and crime. The answer does not lie in more police and more protection. I am sure that increased schooling would cause a decrease in crime among native children. Don't you think that more schooling would only produce cleverer criminals? Why can't they make places where the natives can relax, away from the European districts? And how long will it take them to get there? And how long to get back? How many hours do you give your servants off on a Sunday? Oh, it's too hot to argue. Yes, there are 100 and 1,000 voices crying. But what does one do when one cries this thing and one cries another? Who knows how we shall create a land of peace where there are so many more black than white people? Cry, the beloved country, for the unborn child that will feel our fear. Let him not love the earth too deeply. Let him not laugh too gladly when the water runs through his fingers, nor stand too silent when the setting sun makes red the grasslands with fire. Let him not be too moved when the birds of his land are singing, nor give too much of his heart to a mountain or a valley, for fear will rob him of all if he gives too much.
Mr. Umsimango.
Ah, it is Mrs. Ndela of N Street.
Mr. Umsimango, the police have been to me. They are looking for the son of the old Umfundisi.
For what, mother?
They did not say, Mr. Umsimango.
Is it bad, mother?
It looks bad. I was frightened, Umfundisi, so I gave them the address, Mrs. Mkize, 79, 23rd Avenue, Alexandra. And one said, yes, this woman was known to the police. Did I do wrong, Umfundisi? I was afraid.
You did no wrong, mother. It is the law. We must obey the law. He thanks the simple woman and tells her to go well. He stands for a moment, then turns quickly to go out. But he is too late, for, as he opens his door, Kumalo stands before him. You are going out, my friend. Umsimango is silent.
Come in,
said Umsimango at last, and he shut the door.
I have just had a visit from Mrs. Ndela. The police came to her house looking for the boy. She gave them the address of Mrs. Mkize.
Why do they want the boy? Asked Kumalo.
That we do not know. I was ready to go there when you came.
You are going alone? The old man asked.
I was going alone, yes. But now that I have told you, you may come also. There are no buses, so we must go by taxi.
I have money. No one must pay but me.
It will take a great deal of money, said Umsimango.
Kumalo took out his purse eagerly. Here is my money, he said. We shall use it then. Come, let us look for a taxi. Mrs. Mkize! She drew back, angry. Have the police been here? What did they want?
They wanted the boy.
And where have they gone?
To Shantytown.
She draws back again, remembering. To the address you said you did not know? Said Umsimango.
What could I do? She said. It was the police. I did not know the address. Shantytown, I told them.
In Shantytown, at the house they had visited before, Msimango asked, "Had the police been here?"
They were here, Umfundisi. They wanted the boy.
For what, mother? Did it seem serious?
I do not know, Umfundisi.
And where have they gone?
To the reformatory, Umfundisi.
At the reformatory, the white man was out, and Msimango asked the native deputy, "Have the police been here?" "They have been here. It was now that they left. They wanted the boy, Absalom Kumalo." "Why did they want him? Did it seem serious?" "I do not know. I really could not say." "And where did they go?" "To Pimville, Umfundisi, to the home of the girl." "My child, have the police been here?"
They have been here. Now they were here. They wanted Absalom, Umfundisi. I told them I had not seen him since Saturday.
"And why did they want him?" cried Kumalo. She drew back, frightened.
I do not know,
she said. "Did it seem serious?" asked Msimango.
It seemed serious, Umfundisi. What is the trouble?
She asked. "We do not know," replied Msimango.
The world is full of trouble,
she said.
They told me I must let them know if he comes.
Her eyes were full of trouble.
What shall I do?
She said. "Tell the police," said Msimango, "and tell us also." "How much is your charge?" asks Msimango.
£2 and 10 shillings,
says the taxi driver. "I should like to help you in this," says Msimango. "You are kind," says Kumalo, trembling, "but no one must pay but me." And he draws the notes from the few that remain in the purse. "You are trembling, my friend?" "I am cold, very cold." Msimango looks up at the cloudless sky, from which the sun of Africa is pouring down upon the earth. "Come to my room," he says. "We shall have a fire and make you warm again."
So take my hand, you'll never